Pottery and crafting was part of my process of recovering from depression. So I've signed up almost like for a week for the other to a pottery class, and that's how I've started. From there, I really discovered my passion for that crafting. The experience of building something with your hands from clay, a block of clay, and being able to effectively create pieces that are meaningful to you. I've created pieces inspired by my experience with prostate cancer. I call them the series examination because they represent my body made of porcelain, and I've sculpted inside the prostate gland with the cancer spreading outside. That's one of the pieces, and the other one is the X-rays going through the body. It was quite powerful to do these pieces because it's very difficult to come from an idea and build something from your hands, but also very emotionally draining. But when it was done and fired, and then I saw them, it was like almost like recovering from prostate cancer. When I started pottery, I really discovered that there's a community of people who are absolutely fascinated about pottery and are sharing their experience. But most importantly, I also met my best friends through pottery. You spend a time together, you enjoy doing creative activities together, and then you talk about your life. And I talk about my experience of cancer, I talk about living and traveling in many countries, and through that you discover that you share interests with other people. And I think it's a great way to meet and socialize. It's highly important for your mental well-being, because they reflect on what you're doing, they're positive about what you're doing, and particularly when you're crafting, they tend to be very supportive. Sometimes friends of people I'm talking with ask what they could do to start with a hobby like pottery, for instance, and I think I would recommend them to look at what they enjoyed when they were kids. So if you've got a pottery studio nearby where you're living, maybe just sign up for an evening class for a few weeks, and you will see and you try. I think the most important thing is be willing to put the time for yourself. For me, it was quite therapeutic to be able to express it in clay and visualize it. I believe that it gave me that confidence to be able to do things that I felt came out of the blue, clearly. So it was a very positive outcome for me, and I'll balance the negative impact of the cancer.